My name is Uche Njoku, and I'm one of the directors in His and Ours.
Good day, my name is Dikwa Adeshida, and I'm a partner with His and Ours, and also the creative director.
My name is Oluwafolakemi Njoku, and this is His and Ours Productions.
I've been on this project since inception because my beautiful wife is the visionary, and I caught and keyed into that vision, and I'm determined to join forces with her as well as our other partners to bring this project to a success, reaching to the ends of this earth, and as well as bringing the quality that is required to make people appreciate and accept whatever production that we're putting out there. I see this organization becoming way bigger than us, the partners. And I see this organization and this production company reaching to the far ends of the world, ministering or inspiring or encouraging and touching lives of both Christians and the secular world. What we are all about is communicating Jesus Christ in an unorthodox way, so to speak, so that people don't see it exactly as, okay, this is a Christian production, that is exactly what it is. We want it to appeal to both the secular world. That's why we come up with stories that will appeal to both the Christian and the secular world, that will interest them and make them curious enough to want to go see it all through, and at the end of it all they will see Jesus at the end of every production and come to realize that that is strictly what we're about. The essence of this shoot is to introduce this organization or get people to buy into this vision, because there are lives out there. There are people going through stuff that we can't even begin to imagine. And with channels such as this, we intend to reach out to those people and reach out to those that are absolutely clueless about the person of Jesus Christ through this channel, to entertain them and in the long run draw them closer to, or bring them to their full potential, and eventually letting them to know that salvation is the ultimate.
My journey with His and Ours started sometime in 1997, specifically on the grounds of Obafemi Awolowo University, where I met Folake Njoku, popularly known as Flaky Jojo at the time, and I think that name is still relevant today. We were classmates, both studying dramatic arts, and we're also in the same fellowship, CLF at the time. I came into school as a very disgruntled and purposeless human being. I only wanted to study dramatic arts because I needed a lifeline to get out of my parents' house. But speaking with Folake, she gave me that sense of purpose. She gave me a reason to stay in school. She made me realize that there was a bigger picture beyond just drumming and dancing and, just cavorting about the whole place. Sometime in 2004, Folake called us up, and this time was in Lupeju in Lagos. And we started talking about putting all of our creativity and Christianity together in a way that would be relevant to the world. And we did about 1-2 years of meetings and planning. That didn't quite work out. And so fast forward to about 6-7 years later, sometime in 2012, once again recongregated. And this time it was under the name His and Ours. And this time it was for real. And for the first 1 year, we were working on a feature-length film. We looked at the cost of it. It wasn't like we were deterred because of the cost, but in terms of actual logistics of putting that together, it seemed like a medium to long-term project. And so we decided to we channel our energies into doing short films. And so at the beginning of 2014, we came together and then started to write the stories and prep ourselves for, the production. We actually started shooting in August 2014, and we did some pickups in September and started the editing, which took quite a lot. And I must say that, if anything at all, this project has seen many ups and downs. We've had moments of silence that have run into years. We've had people who started with all the zeal and, maxed out. We've had people who gave us all the support, and somewhere down the line, things change, stories change. I personally have had my moments of, can I do this? How much of my time can I invest in this? And all that. But, we've come around, and that passion keeps burning. Folake is just this amazing woman who keeps on reminding us. She, to me, talks to Uche, have to make this happen. And sometimes Uche and I would just laugh and like, yeah, we're gonna do it. But we know she's serious, but putting a lot into making this happen. And we've realized that if we only set our minds to doing anything, it's worth doing well. And so, speaking specifically about my roles in the short stories that we put together, I was the principal writer on all the stories. So his and ours, by the way, means his, God's, and ours, we, mankind. We see the future as one that must be captured. And the truth is that you are what you listen to. What we want to do is to infuse new content into the media space where people can get to realize that following Jesus is actually cool. It's not some drab religion where people are sad, wear grey, blue, or brown every day, and they look unhappy. You want to be able to put out interesting things out there, videos, drama, live stage performances that people find interesting. We'll be coming to you for your support, because we realize that God has intended that every man play a role, in his kingdom. And even though you might not be able to act or sing or dance, but something that you have can be of benefit to us. Maybe your money, maybe your property, maybe your location, whatever it is. So please, when we come knocking on your doors, please open them with a big smile. And if you need to write a check, make it a big one.
Wow. This announcement has been a long time coming. The idea first came to life about 22 years ago. That was when I got born again at the Fountain of Life Church. I had a very interesting life. It wasn't your usual family-oriented life. I was basically on my own. Having gone through all that, it sort of made me a bit insecure, always looking for attention and wanting to feel love. I still remember clearly, a friend of mine had invited me to the Fountain of Light Church for a Wednesday service. As I walked into the auditorium, I heard it almost audibly, a voice, and it was like, you are home. Between the Wednesday service and the next Sunday, I had no peace. Something had started happening in my life. I knew it was time to surrender everything to God, and I just literally couldn't wait till the next Sunday. Immediately after service, when Pastor Taiwo and Pastor Bimbo of blessed memory came to me and were like, you were the lady crying during the altar call. That means something must have really happened. I was like, they have no idea. Something really happened to me that day. It was an experience that I would never forget. I felt brand new. It was just awesome. And I was like, wow, I couldn't wait to take on the word and just, affect the word for Jesus. And 2 Sundays later, or the very next Sunday, I went to church, and of course, they were making announcements about joining departments and, serving God and stuff. So I listened, and I tried to be led to what department to go to, and the moment the drama department was announced, just the same way I heard that voice, I said audibly then. And the first Wednesday that I walked into the church, I heard it clearly, that's where you should go. And I was like, wow. Because up until this time, because of the kind of life I'd led, because of the hardship and not having enough, having to, live with relatives and strangers and just trying to make ends meet in life, I'd had a passion to become very wealthy in life. That was my number one goal. And even as at that point, education was not really in line for me because I didn't have money, but I knew whatever it would take, somehow I would go to university. But I didn't know how it was going to happen. But all that changed the moment I became born again. The moment I got into that department, everything about my life seemed to make sense. I felt my utmost best when I was ministering to people on stage, and that was when I felt, I was fulfilling destiny. My utmost goal was how to be able to let people feel the love of God the way I'd experienced it, unorthodoxly, as in, just the way I was, and, to a lot of people then I was not the, the average Christian, but something happened in my life and I had a relationship with God. I felt every human being living should be able to experience. And then I ran into a dear friend, which, thinking back now, I believe it was destiny in the making. Then he's actually one of the partners in his and ours production today. So all through my years in university, the vision was getting born, and I knew this was something we're going to have to do. But of course, I knew it was close to impossible. But I knew the vision was born, and I knew if God had put it in our heart, it would be done. But we kept at it. For a couple of years, all we could do was just pray. We kept praying and kept trusting that someday this will come to life. So eventually, about 2 years ago, we came back together again, and the result is where we are today, and we're talking about His and Ours production. Main goal and passion in His and Ours is to be able to brandish the name of Jesus to the world. To, if you may put it that way, to make Jesus cool to the secular world. To break this myth about Christianity being dry and you are miserable people, and you see Christian content on TV and you don't want to associate with that. And of course, to be able to be a force to be reckoned with in the entertainment world, not just as a Christian production company, but as a solid entertainment outfit that can rival anyone in the world, in terms of our programming, in the quality of what we produce, but not compromising the message, which is all about Jesus. The few skits we've been able to put together, they're just snippets of what the real picture is. We have other content already in the pipeline that we intend to, produce. It's capital intensive, and that is why we're using this medium to appeal to like-minded people like you to please partner with us in whatever way you can be of assistance for us to be able to take this forward and glorify the name of Jesus.
Appealing to you to partner with us and join us even as we go on this drive to win souls for Christ through entertainment. Thank you, and we look forward to hearing from you. God bless you.
But hey, from Dikpo Adeshida, here's me saying thank you very much for your time. God bless you. This is His and Ours.
We really look forward to hearing from you to help take this message out to the world. Thank you very much for your time. God bless you.